हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप सब? टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट adolescent problems. Okay, so first of all we should know what is adolescent. So adolescence is like the spring, an overpraised season, delightful if it happens to be a favored one, but in practice very rarely favored and more remarkable. As a general rule, it is like beating winds rather than congenital bridges. So, adolescence is that period in which a child tries to become capable of doing everything by himself. Okay, so it is an age in which the adolescent gives up the childhood habits and tries to take initiatives in doing the something new by the himself. So there are various problems in the adolescent. Okay, so we will talk about all problems one by one. The first is biological problems. So due to the rapid physical growth, menstrual cycles start in the girls, which create fear and the depression, and the voice becomes hoarse in the boys. In the second, aggressive behavior. Okay, so there is a wide range of the behaviors like the explosive temper, tantrums, physical aggressions, fighting, threats, or attempts to hurt others. It occurs especially when they are compelled to an activity which is against their desire or liking. Then third is emotional problems. Adolescent life is full of emotions. In excitement and enthusiasm to do something, he can do even the most difficult task. He thinks himself to be superior, but on the other hand, he is found depressed and his feeling of the superiority vanishes. He feels emotionally disturbed. Okay, so sudden changes of the moods are very normal part of the growing up, and they might feel happy in a moment and sad in the other moment. Feeling of the self-hate and anxiety can make adolescent very depressed. Okay, then comes social status. Okay, so no man is an Iceland. The man develop in a social environment because as a child since birth grows in that society, makes his living, and by living in the society develops social qualities. But adolescents want to adapt their own ways, and here society creates certain hindrances for them. Peers and the friends are very important for the adolescents. They share their problems, views, knowledge, experiences with them. And unfortunately, this group even act as the medium of the spreading vices like alcohol, drugs, smoking. If this group views get the proper guidance, it is also the best institution for the developing confidence, sociability, and the comprehension. So the social status, they are very much conscious of their self-respect. If the position and prestige is hurt by the someone in front of their friends, then there will be a big problem for them which become intense. Then comes the freedom. Okay. During this period, every adolescent need freedom because they think they know everything. There is no need of any parental advice or the control. In a juvenile delinquency, adolescents show their interest in offenses like theft, mischief, stealing, and violent behavior like teenagers forms a street gang as well. Okay, then comes the drug abuse. Okay, so addition of the prohibited substances are found to be more among the teenagers due to the curiosity, lack of the knowledge, and the peer group pressure which result into death. Okay, so these are some adolescent problems in a physical problems, mental problems, emotional problems, problems of the aggressive behavior, fitness problems, problems of the self-support, psychological problems, okay, social problems, all these problems related to the adolescent problems. Now, how can we manage these problems? What is the management method of this adolescent problem? So next we will talk about the management of the adolescent problems. The first is parental guidance. This is very, very important. So the parents should guide to the adolescent at every step. To do this, the parents should help their children deal with the change like physical and the mental conditions. They should pay special attention to the health problems of the adolescents. Parents should treat their children with affection and sympathy. Parents' harsh attitude and behavior will irritate the adolescent. The parents should have a smooth and good relations with each other. This has a great impact on the adolescents. Their relations have bad relations have adverse effect on the adolescent life. Okay. So the parents should cooperate with the teachers and keep in touch with the teachers and help teachers in solving problem of the adolescents. Listen more than talk. During the adolescence, children want and need the chance to share and their feeling and ideas and to begin recasting family beliefs, traditions in life of their changing identity. So teach your adolescent about the joys and troubles of life and how one should revel in the good times and cope with the bad. The myths that life is always smooth or fair or that one should always be happy can lead to frustration for the young people dealing with the realities of the life. Okay. So this is the best method of the adolescent problems, that is parental guidance. Parental should guide their children properly at every step and don't leave them alone in the intense situations. Now, second comes the sympathetic and affectional attitude. Okay, so the rude behavior of the parents make them aggressive and irritable. So always make the liberal attitude towards them. Then comes the democracy in the family. Parents should make democratic atmosphere and the family for the proper growth and the development. Father-mother relationship. Never discuss of the fight or any topic in front of the children. Always make a healthy relationship. Participation in the co-curricular activities. Participation in sports and the cultural activities. Engage the adolescents or utilize their surplus energy in a positive way, which makes them free from the stress and the strain. Okay. And from this we can say adequate freedom and responsibility, liberal and sympathetic attitude of the parents develop the self-confidence in the children. On the other hand, dominant attitude and behavior may lead in the conflict of the opinion and reward as the adolescent do not like to submit to authority. Okay, in a positive reinforcements, whenever possible use the positive reinforcements for the positive behavior. That is far more effective than the punishment or the criticism for the negative behavior. Adolescent self-esteem can get hurt by few words, generally discipline in home and school among the adolescents. Then comes the recognition of the individuality. Okay, sometimes adolescents feel disturbed whenever they are treated like the small kids. So always give them due respect and the responsibility. Next comes the religious education. Parents should visit to religious places along with adolescents, and religious education should also be given, which helps in the development of the good character. Then comes the sex and the health education. It is important to talk on sex education frankly and scientific manner with adolescents so that they should not be under confusion with the rapid physical changes in their bodies. Okay. So parents and teachers should not hesitate in giving this education to the adolescents. They should be given freedom to helping and mix with the opposite. They should not developing wrong ideas. Okay. Then comes the independence and freedom. Adolescents should be given limited freedom and responsibility according to the situations, which make them responsible and confident. Okay, students, so today we have discussed about the adolescent problems and how can we manage the adolescent problems. And by this topic, this lecture and this unit also has completed. I hope आपको lecture पसंद आया होगा. Thank you very much.